Hi everybody, this is Everyday Commentary, and this is a video overview of this knife. And this knife is the Fallkniven F1z. And the F1 is one of their very best-selling knives. It's a fixed blade knife, and it's designated as a Z because it has a Zytel sheath. And so, this is the knife itself. As you can see, it's a good-sized fixed blade. It's a medium-sized fixed blade. It's not quite big enough to be a chopper, but it's also not small enough to really work as something like a everyday carry fixed blade. But the knife itself is really marvelous. I've loved the Fallkniven knives that I've had. I had a video or a review of the U2, and it was great. This knife isn't anything that departs from that. Very simple, very elegant, very well made style. The blade is a laminated steel of VG10 and 420J on the outside. The handle is a really simple but very nice grippy handle. As you can see, it has a nice sort of oval shape to it. It's a craton handle, so it has a little bit of plasticky, rubbery feel to it. There's a nice lanyard hole with a brass liner, and you can see here that it's a full tang knife. The knife itself is convex ground, and the convex grind is really quite good. It's a drop point, so you can see there that the spine of the blade kind of comes down towards the point. Let's see if I can get it to focus. It does not want to focus, but you can see if you have it in person, you can see that there is a difference between the spine. There's a difference on the spine between the actual sandwich, the bread of the sandwich, and the meat of the sandwich in terms of the steel. It has a small ricasso there for sharpening. Overall, I've used this knife out in the woods. I've used it to do some fire prep. I've used it to do some whittling, some food prep. And as you can imagine, a blade this thick isn't great for food prep, but it did okay. The knife itself is really durable and really kind of beefy for what it is, and I would put this ahead of probably a cold steel of a similar size and price, and it's pretty competitive with a Bark River knife. I like the Bark River handle better than this handle, not only because it's more contoured, but also because I'm not a huge fan of the craton rubberized grip style knife. But overall, this is a very good knife for what it is. The one thing that I would note is that the sheath is awesome. It is so light to carry. The sheath in terms of carry is just fantastic. The one thing that is a little strange is that this is a directional sheath, so you can't, for example, put the knife in that way. It's not that hard to remember because the lines are sort of, they line up, they're parallel with each other, but it drops in, and then if you want to pull it out, you push there. But there's actually a little, so you can see it right there. There's a little sort of lock tab that locks it into place. The sheath is fantastic. If you're in the woods and you're carrying a lot of stuff, this is a fixed blade you'd want to have on you because you will not notice that it's there. It is just so light. It does rattle in the sheath. There is a little bit of sheath rattle, but you know, the sheath is not terribly expensive. And the knife itself is priced quite well for what it is. This is a review sample from a website called Massdrop. So if you want to know a little bit more about Massdrop, I'll put a link in the description below. But look for a full review, written review of this knife coming soon.